People always ask me, why do you train? Why do you lift so hard? I used to give an easy answer, strength, muscle, fitness. But the reality is, it's only half of the story. I live because sometimes life breaks you so hard, you either let it destroy you or you use it to build yourself back stronger than ever. That's why I'm sharing this story today, not for sympathy, not for attention. Because if you are going through something hard, I want you to know that you are not alone and transformation and healing is absolutely possible. Hi everyone, if you are new here, I'm Melina. I'm an ACE certified personal trainer and a powerlifter with 8 years of experience, and also someone who believes that strength always starts in the mind before it shows through body. So this channel isn't just about lifting weight, it's about building mindset, resilience, and purpose, and also turning the life hardest moment into something that leads you forward. And for me, that transformation started on one evening that changed everything. But before I share you what happened, I want to let you know that 4 months ago I was a totally different person. If I want to describe myself, I was soft, vulnerable, easily shaken. I let people's words and actions define my worth. I let their indifference, their ego, and their games take pieces of me that I will never get them back. I felt powerless, and I can say I felt trapped. So let's get into that one evening that it's actually so hard for me to talk about it, but I really want to share this story with you. So again, you know that you are not alone. I won't go through detail. I will just share a general story. It wasn't nice, it wasn't dramatic, it wasn't anything abnormal. It was just me sitting on the couch watching TV shows. Everything was normal, but then it wasn't. Someone I truly cared about left. No warnings, no explanation, nothing. And that person told me the words that can destroy anyone in 1 second. And the worst part is, I wasn't prepared for it. So I was really collapsed. Before I could process this heartbreak, everything else started collapsing also. People I cared about slowly started slipping away emotionally, one by one. I lost my best friend, I lost other people who I truly cared about, and it all happened at the same time with no warnings. And I remember that evening, I wasn't crying, I wasn't screaming, I was just sitting there on the couch, staring at the wall, and feeling completely my world collapse, and I didn't know what to do. I was just asking myself, what's next? I totally felt that the life is meaningless and there is no reason for me to live anymore. And before that moment, I can say I was a very soft girl. I was a girl who trusted her heart more than her logic, and the girl who believed honestly and loyalty actually make people. I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard for me to talk about it, but I wanted to say that I was the girl who believed that honesty and loyalty meant people wouldn't hurt her, but I was totally wrong. That evening taught me something I'll never forget. That sometimes people can hurt you and never accept responsibility. They can hurt you and they never take responsibility for what they did to you, and you need to accept it. And suddenly, that night, I realized that I had no choice but to save myself. I thought the worst had passed, but it hadn't. The next day, I had to go to concert with my friend. I had to drive for 2 hours. I really didn't want to go because, I was just in very low emotional state, but I couldn't cancel it because I promised my friend and I didn't want to break my promise. So I just decided to get ready and go. I remember I was putting on makeup, trying like to look normal, but then I got that last shocking message from the same person. I wasn't ready for it. Like, I didn't accept that message, but I just got it. It was kind of a message that can break anyone. Anyone. I don't want to say the exact words in that text, but I can say that it was harsh enough to just break me in 1 second, okay? I didn't do anything. I didn't even cry. I did nothing. I just continued getting ready and I just finished my makeup, got into the car, and went to that concert. Yes, I went to that concert. I was so disconnected from myself. I couldn't hear my friend's word when I was at the concert. I couldn't hear anything. And the concert that I went, it was my favorite singer that I was waiting for her concert for so long, but I was so disconnected and I was so sad. I didn't even understand what was happening in that concert. And that's what I realized. If I don't take the control right now, the pain would destroy me. The next morning, I woke up drained, my eyes were tired, my heart was so heavy. But I told myself, you don't get to quit on yourself. You can leave anyone, anything behind, but you can't leave yourself behind. That's why I showered, got dressed, put on my makeup, and I decided to go to the gym. I remember that day, it was one of the worst day in my life and one of my worst training. I wasn't motivated at all. I couldn't even lift 2 kilogram dumbbell, but I just wanted to go. I just wanted to prove myself that I'm stronger than this pain. It wasn't because I was okay, but because I refused to let that pain decide who I would become. When I got home, I sat down and I told myself that I only have two choices. First, I can let this pain to destroy me. I can just sit all day, replay the past, replay the world, and let this pain to destroy my entire life. Or I can use it. I can use the energy of this pain to build something. Of course, I chose to use it. The first step that I did was registering for my ACE certification. I wasn't that strong. I wasn't motivated. I didn't even know if I can complete it or not. But I had to do something to prove myself that I am stronger than this pain. I needed an accomplishment. I needed really to do something. That's why I registered for my exam. And that click when I was registering, it was the first step to rebuilding my life again. 4 weeks, I studied 800 pages for my ACE exam while carrying heartbreak, abandonment, disappointed, all at once. I was totally alone. No one was beside me. I was carrying all of these feelings alone. And I knew that I'm the only person who can save myself. I was powerlifting while healing the deepest emotional wound I'd ever felt. But that pain, finally, it didn't weaken me. It became fuel, it became direction, it became purpose, and it became new motivation for me to improve my life. I see a lot of people hide their pain, they hide their feeling, and they just hope that one day this pain vanishes by itself. But it's not working like this. I let this pain to transform me. I let it to burn the old version of me so that a stronger version could rise, someone who is focused, unstoppable, and unshakable. So coming back to the beginning of this video, when I said people always ask me why do I train so hard and why do I even lift, the real answer is every time I show up at the gym, every time I hit the PR, every rep, every set, it's more than physical. It's emotional, it's mental, it's training my mind to focus. It's training my heart not to get pulled into games, and also it's training my soul to rise beyond distraction. So I want you to know that a strength without mindset is nothing. True power begins in here, it flows through here, and it shows here. The last thing I want to tell you is that if you are going through heartbreak, loss, betrayal, disappointment, you don't need a perfect moment to rebuild your life. You just need one decision. Pain can break you or it can build you. Use it, direct it, let it push you toward the version of yourself you've always wanted to be. You are stronger than you think. I want to promise you something. I promise that if you choose to use your pain as something to build something meaningful, to improve yourself, everything will change. Stop replaying what happened. Stop asking why this happened, because these questions are not going to help you to heal or to process this pain. And I promise you, right now you may think that this will never happen, but one day you will look back and say, I'm glad I went through that. I know it doesn't feel fair, and I know that right now you don't deserve any of it. I had this feeling too, so I totally understand you. But this will happen. But if you channel it correctly, you realize that your real transformation started in that exact moment of pain. I lift, I train, I share, not just to build a body, but to build a life. One where I'm unshakable, one where I'm unstoppable. As I said before, strength starts in your mind, flows through your heart, and shows in your body. Build all three, and nothing can stop you ever again. And if you're ready to start building your mind and body at the same time, I've created a special program for $39 a month. It's designed to help you to level up your mind, your body, and your confidence, even if it's just the beginning. It's not a one-time thing, it's 1 month to start your transformation, to see what's possible when you combine mindset and power. If you are ready to take that step, just comment strong and I'll tell your next step with detail. Thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you next time.